bringing all you ruckus to all you rap. Boy Scouts who I be, flip mode is the squid on. Bust the rhymes, break it down like this. Which?
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And finally stopped, but what a return all the way down to the 40.
It's tough enough to play defense anyway, but after a return like that, now your mindset has to change a little bit. Instead of going out and just getting settled in the first few plays, you have to be prepared for just about anything.
Got it. Ready? Here we go.
Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing in this game.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Quick throw completed by Richardson. And he is going to have a Colts first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. The Colts at 5-4 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard
line. Looking to put a drive together. And they'll send the slot in motion left. From the gun, here's Ward. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
A gain of 15. First down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Intercepted. The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Let's go. 79 Broncos. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready.
Richardson looking to throw this. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
First down.
It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be second down.
19 tight, 19 tight. Ready? 60.
Now it's Richardson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Colts use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And just shedding him off there. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
To throw is Ward. Incomplete. You look at this Colt defense. Well, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
To his running back out of the backfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now Ward. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw, here's Ward. Incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now, Ward. He'll try and do this himself. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Ready up.
Going for it, here's Ward. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
brings up 2nd and 11
60,
at the 34-yard line.
Ready, ready.
Richardson looking to throw. And the Raiders have got him. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
3rd and 20.
Tag for 11. Tag. Warriors 17.
Here's Richardson to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Chase Young make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. 63 yards on a punt return score. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And it'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 4.
Here we go, here we go. Panther 60.
And they'll keep leading on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Traffic, Mach 6, 70 Lions, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Now Richardson. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Extra point try now for Patterson. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Room here to run. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Here we go. Track roll 80. 18, Pioneer. Ready?
Richardson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Landon Jackson able to run it down for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Come on. Cut 19. Cut 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Go get him. Let go.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Xavier Legette, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback. And they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. It's a big play there for Vegas. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throwing is Ward. This will be caught just inside the 10. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here's Ward. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You can't be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. A give out of the gun to Genty. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Ashton Genty with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have moved out in front. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Incomplete. Leads second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Down. Viking 18.
Looking to throw. Richardson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
18, right here. Let's go now. Go.
From the shotgun, Richardson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they have really gotten after him in this first half. He's been on the run throughout. And you can imagine he just might have some words for his linemen come halftime.
Again, it's Richardson. Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field.
Ready, set.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Richardson going to change the play here.
Steady.
And he takes it in for a quick score. Anthony Richardson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Colts are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Bucker is on target. And we've got a tie game here, a back-and-forth first half.
Harrison Bucker is set to kick off.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. Offense set to get this drive started. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Ward. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Ward. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try to run for it with Genty. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go. Here's Genty. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
A gain of 3 yards. And the Raiders
looking to throw. Ward. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Offense is moving it a little bit, out back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
They'll get this out to Genty. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Ward. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Ward. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Chimere Dike as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Viking, 60 Maverick, 60 Trap 60, Trap 60, Mustang 19.
Another try after the first down sack. Richardson. Good play and a well-timed run from Richardson to pick up the first. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
At the 46-yard line.
Go! 19 tight. Panther 60. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. 18 Pioneer. 19 Lion. 60 Bobcat, 6
Richardson working from the gun. He's got a man, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Here's Ward. A final shot before break. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that's going to be short of the landing zone. It doesn't make it there, so that means the ball is going to come out to the 40. On the give, Genty. And slow going there as they'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Taken down at the 41. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ward now. From the gun, he'll throw. That's complete to DK. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They go play action with Ward. And incomplete.
Well, we all know possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Ward. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 25-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll find Genty out of the backfield. And they'll get this down to the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Ward again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And they're going to get him. They bring about a sack back at the 16-yard line. Yaya Diaby picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
3rd and long.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now. And
he's got it at the 15. And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory. A big play there for Indy. 58 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Anthony Richardson keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Colts have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fights him off. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trying off the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. From the gun, Ward. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it. Not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball. And he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
That's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, that's how you convert on third down with an explosive gain of 34. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. To throw is Ward. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Oh, the turnover fuss continues. Here's another interception. And the Colts will take over here at their own 14-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the fourth quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
And he stopped immediately there. Brought down that time by Quay Walker.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Let's go now. 79, 19, 18. Mustang 19.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Richardson looking to throw this. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they work this out past the 25. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Ready? Cowboy 80.
Now it's Richardson. Now he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the fourth.
On the ready.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. A lot of ground to cover. Second and 22.
Here we go. Set. Cook 18. Pioneer. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Trap 60. Trap 60. Go.
Richardson out of the shotgun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This offense so far on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is third and 11. Richardson looking to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Playing success in this game already. 2 touchdown catches, but that was a very dangerous throw. But you have to understand, with 2 catches already for touchdowns, they're going to try and force it to him at times as well.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 19 Lions, 79 Broncos, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Here's Richardson to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling.
Boy, that was a big gamble for them right there. They went for it on fourth down, showed a little chutzpah because they did it with the lead here in the fourth quarter. And his defense is once again unable to stop him.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Now Richardson. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Let's go.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Hands it off out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
18 Rattler. Warrior 70. Mustang 19. Dragon 60. Go.
Going for it on 4th, Richardson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. On 1st down, it's Genty. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 2nd down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
Throwing now, Ward. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Strickland. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Ward now working out of the gun. And he's got Pierce. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it, as he gets wiped out on that one. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. In motion goes the tight end. Now Ward, 3rd and goal. He'll try and do this himself. Well, that'll be incomplete with the penalty marker down as well. And I think he was beyond the line of scrimmage when that ball left his hand. Riley Patterson on. A lot of pressure on this kick. Patterson's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
reward the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that's the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big... And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
This is first and 10. Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Here's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
He's back to throw. We'll get this out to Genty. And he takes a shot at the end of that play. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. First and 10 here. Now whistles here. I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Penalties not what they needed here. First and 15. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Strickland. Here comes second down and 5.
Brings up second and 5 at the 42-yard line.
Back to throw. That's complete. Genty out of the backfield. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's first down. He'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll just get rid of it.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Again, it's Ward. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 42.
It's a gain of 10.
Working out of the gun here, Ward. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Ward. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with third down coming up. Here's Ward. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up fourth down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So it's a win here for the Colts. And it was all thanks to the play of their veteran quarterback.
Yeah, I don't know how you play defense against a guy like this when he has the kind of game we just saw. He was responsible for 5 total touchdowns, 3 in the air, 2 more on the ground. That's getting it done.
So for Indianapolis, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.